episode 96.
96.
4 away. We're only
4 more.
To big 100 triple digits.
That's huge.
Right here at Top Rope. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Carter.
Let's get started with some ringside news, and it's some huge news.
Big time stuff. At least nobody passed away this time.
Nobody passed away this time.
But this is huge. TMZ, I think, is the first one to break the news.
Right.
But WWE has not said anything.
They have not said nothing.
And there's nothing official from the person that we're talking about.
Right.
Someone is announcing his retirement from wrestling, and that is the man they call Sting.
The icon Sting.
The vigilante.
Which his neck must be really
bad.
Yes. Well,
really bad.
I hate that he had such a terrible run in the WWE.
Yes, but at the same time, at least he went there.
He did make it. Yes.
And he did two good pay-per-view matches, and everybody's like, well, he didn't win anything in WWE. Right. He won a match on Raw.
He did.
There's thousands of wrestlers that have been on Raw that can never say they won on Raw.
That's right. He won the main event.
He won the main event. Wasn't it his Big Show or something?
Something like that.
I think there was a singles match turned into a tag team match, and he won the singles and the tag team match. So, he's 2 for 2.
He's 2 for 2.
2 for 2, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's not all, and he comes from that old school mentality of when you're on your way out, you're going to be looking at the lights.
You are.
And
I know that people say, well, it was against Hunter, and Hunter's on his way out, too, as well.
Right.
Hunter should have done the job.
I agree.
But Hunter's going to do the job this year.
He is. But here's the way I look at him. He should have beat Triple H, but they were right in him losing to Seth.
Yes.
He's putting over the younger generation.
He should have beat Hunter at WrestleMania.
Yes.
But losing to Seth, I have no problem with him losing to Seth.
No problem at all.
Seth beats a big name.
Yeah.
That helps Seth's career and also makes Seth look good. And Sting, and doesn't affect Sting one way or another.
No.
For the WrestleMania thing, Sting should have beat Hunter.
Yes,
I would have bet money, a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I would have lost a ton of money.
Hunter would have done the job.
Absolutely.
Like he will do at this year's WrestleMania.
Yes, and like he did with Daniel.
Well, one thing we can think of, I guess, unless it goes another way, is that AJ Styles is going to get a WrestleMania win that Sting never had.
Yeah.
So how about...
Isn't that weird?
That is what you told me last year.
I would have said you're lying.
Yes, that AJ Styles would have a WrestleMania win before Sting.
Nope.
You think you're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I would think everybody's crazy when they said that.
But Jericho knows where his bread's buttering. He knows. He's been there.
And let's hope AJ Styles does not get the same treatment that Fandango gets.
Yes, let's hope not.
Oh, you beat Jericho at your WrestleMania debut?
Yes.
Down the totem pole you go.
Main event, here you come, and not the last match, the TV
show main event. Yes. Let's hope that does not happen. I mean, it didn't happen to Punk. Punk beat Jericho.
Yeah.
But it happened to Fandango. Let's hope it does not. Let's hope the Fandango curse does not happen.
And if he doesn't put over
Styles.
AJ Styles at WrestleMania, you're like, what? You put over Fandango, but that's Styles?
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Come on, Jericho. You don't need it. Geez, you're a former undisputed champion.
That's right. Who beat The Rock and Austin in the same night?
You're like a 19-time former Intercontinental champion.
He does have the biggest record. He
has
the biggest record. But ladies and gentlemen, on from retirement to people quitting.
More shocking news. I mean,
they said, you know what? We're done.
We're done. Our contracts are done. We are done.
Done. So what does this mean for NXT?
I know. Is NXT going to get some 2 big names?
Because you know what they say. It pays to be rude.
Yeah.
It does pay to be rude. And you know what? We're missing one very good guy with a beard in WWE who really got the fans behind him.
Yes.
And this person who's leaving TNA, yes, we're talking about 2 former TNA World Champions leaving TNA. The person with the beard was their version of Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Remember when Daniel Bryan won the belt? Boom! Eric Young won the belt. I'm like, what the heck? So, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Roode and Eric Young have both quit at the last set of tapings. Their contracts were up. They said Eric Young was renegotiating but decided to ask for his release. Bobby Roode decided to ask for his release. If I was James Storm, I'd be kicking myself in the head.
Yeah.
Because where does James Storm go from here?
He is a singles wrestler again.
A singles wrestler, which, I mean, it may be good for him because they have a lack of singles. They just lost. They lost AJ Styles before. They lost Kurt Angle now. They've lost Austin Aries. They lost Samoa Joe. Daniels and Kazarian are gone. All these big names, and now Eric Young and Bobby Roode. So it could be a good thing for James Storm. Maybe he goes into the title picture, or maybe at least against Bram in the King of the Mountain picture. Something, because I mean the world title picture does look pretty good right now. You've got someone who we're going to be talking about in a minute, who's the new champion. Plus you got Matt Hardy. Plus you got Jeff Hardy. Plus you got EC3. You got 4 pretty, and Michael Bennett is putting himself in there too.
Yeah,
so they are building up talent in the title picture.
But it's just
a shocker, just out of nowhere.
Yes, you think okay, Storm come back. We got Beer Money back together.
Really nice.
We got Beer Money back together, and then
boom,
and then he's gone.
Tag team champions, and then split apart again.
I wonder if James Storm was talking about how good
Hunter was to him, and Hunter said, "What? Let me go. Let me see how it is."
Yes, I know.
When I get there, I'll tell you how good it is again.
It seems weird.
If
you'd have told me last week, pull out 2 former TNA champions that would leave the company, these 2 would not be on the list.
No.
I would not have never guessed Bobby Roode.
Oh, and they also just lost Anderson, too.
Yeah, that is another story for another day with Anderson. I mean,
interesting. I mean, it's all speculation at this point.
It is. I know. You hear one thing he's saying FTNA at one show, then they're saying the fans chanted and he said it. So did he really just say it because the fans said it, or did he really mean it? So,
but yes, he's gone out too. I mean, the roster is dwindling down.
It is. It is dwindling down.
But at the same time, they don't need a large roster because they're no longer a touring company. They said they're no longer a touring company.
Well, the other day I read this. Take it for what it's worth. 300-something people for a taping.
Wow.
That is it.
That's not good.
And I think it was like 315, 320 something. It was low, 347, something like that. It was not very many.
You need to put them all on the one hard camera side and never move the camera.
Yeah, don't follow nobody around the ring.
No, that is
That's pretty bad. Okay, let's go.
But on to more TNA news.
Yeah. The
new World Heavyweight Champion is Drew Galloway.
Which is good.
Hashtag stand up.
Which is good. I do like it. He is a good guy. I mean, I liked him when he was in WWE.
Yes.
I hated when he got put with 3MB. That kind of killed him.
He was the chosen one. I mean, they were putting him over. Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion. I forgot him and Cody Rhodes were even a tag team. That was really weird.
That is weird.
But
Huh.
But yeah, Drew
so memorable.
Yes, right. But Drew Galloway, I do believe, should have been a top-tier talent in WWE.
Yes.
And I will say this, TNA has done well with that. They are WCW light, just like when people weren't used well in WWE, they went to WCW, got used better. Mm-hmm. And in TNA, the same way. EC3 wasn't used great in WWE. Now he's used better here. The same thing with Drew Galloway. I mean, even Anderson, while he was there, was used better and had more memorable feuds than when he stayed in WWE. He wasn't there long enough.
But the door is revolving the wrong way for them.
Right.
I mean, you got people like you said, Kazarian and them, they went to Ring of Honor. You got more people going to NXT, WWE, than people leaving, coming to them.
Right.
And that can be trouble.
Very much so trouble, yes.
If you can't lose too many people, or you'll be like, okay, we didn't see this match. People complain about WWE having the same match over and over again. What you gonna do when you have like 12 people?
But so we're gonna jump ahead. Speaking of people leaving TNA and going to Ring of Honor and WWE,
yes,
and not enough people leaving the other places to come to TNA, we will say this: they got 2 former NXT superstars in TNA, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they worked a tag team matchup. They lost, but they worked a tag team matchup. I mean, that's different, though. Usually when you come in from WWE, you automatically win, and you're straight to the top of the card. So at least they did a little bit different, because 2 former NXT stars at the Impact tapings were Sylvester LeFort and Marquis. No, not anybody special.
No, they kept them as a tag team. They said, hey, we're for NXT for a while, so we'll just put them back as a tag team.
They did. They should have never split them apart. The only good thing for LeFort was maybe being a manager.
Yes.
And they didn't run it with that enough.
They didn't remember that enough.
On injury news, we have...
I hate that.
That is bad, because you know he was going to be in that multi-man match for the Intercontinental title.
And I didn't even catch... I mean, I watched it, and I didn't catch him break his ankle. I just saw him go...
He slid underneath, who was it? Jericho? He slid underneath him, and that's where he broke it.
He snapped his ankle and broke his shin bone.
Did you re-watch the stuff between Jericho and Charles Robinson?
Well, on the Raw, or just...
I didn't watch it on Raw because I don't watch TV anymore, but I watched it online. Hilarious. They broke it down. They broke it down for
I
you.
saw it and really paid no attention to it. I saw him get up and shove him, but I not paying much attention, I guess. So.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what happened. Neville, you actually, I don't know if you've watched Botchamania before, but when you watch Botchamania, they show
nice plug for Botchamania.
Yes, what people talk about, what people say in the ring.
Right.
You can hear Neville saying, "It's bad. I broke it. I think it's broke." Blah blah. But he does a kick and he does a Hurricane Rana after breaking it.
It's on the boot, so it's all together. Just when you open that boot, though, that's when trouble happens.
But then you
see
Jericho.
We're not going to see it here.
It's not a see it. But then you see Jericho go to pin it. He tells Charles Robinson he's hurt. Go home. And Charles Robinson sees the shoulder up, so he called it as a shoot, which is his job. He's told.
Right. I remember.
He's told to do it that way.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Okay.
He stopped
so then Jericho gets up, shoves him, says, "What is your mother effing problem? He's hurt." And when he shoves him, Charles Robinson comes back and says, "F you, don't you ever mother effing touch me again." They were cussing up a storm to each other.
They blocked it out then. That's why I guess they didn't pay no attention. I guess it's not. I guess when they did it, I thought it was fans they picked up then.
No,
the fans cuss and they can pick it up. They'll block it out. The sound will just go off.
Right, because there's a slight delay on Raw.
There's 7 seconds. Right?
Yes. So because they learned that from the Super Bowl. Titties popping out. But anyway.
Yes.
But no, with that, exactly. I was a word trap officer. Sorry, we didn't mean to. You're lying. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that whole thing was very interesting. Charles Robinson did go on Twitter and apologize for saying some bad words. So he admitted to saying it. So, but he was playing it as a shoot, and he did not hear them say he was hurt.
Yeah.
So
you have to do because you don't want to go back and you don't want to get reamed in the back if you screw up. Hey.
Right.
We could clearly see the shutter was up. Why don't you keep counting for it? Now people's going to. You're going to get reamed by Vince when he's coming down doing this. You know?
Right.
So you see both parts. So if you don't, all the loud stuff. But yeah, I hate that Neville's hurt.
Yes, because he was going to be in that match with Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental title, and it would have been good. So now he is out for what, 2 to 3 months? I think they said.
Probably with a broken bone, broken ankle, and broken shin.
I think they said no surgery though.
That's good, but still,
so just rehab.
Still your own crutches and cans. And
but this is big news. WWE's Global Cruiserweight Series qualifying matches were taped at Evolve event in New York
Which I
City.
think was last night.
I believe so. I saw some pictures.
Sunday, so Saturday night, which is good.
Pictures.
That's Hunter. That is all Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I don't have one here. I know you've probably seen it too. Probably the nice folks in here have probably seen it. You know when they talk about get WrestleMania for free when you sign on the network, you get this, you get the Stone Cold podcast, you get the WrestleMania, you get the Hall of Fame and all this, and they leave out Takeover.
I read that, and they said that they think it's Kevin Dunn.
Yes. Well, after that made a big stink.
This
Thursday on SmackDown when they did it, guess what was up there? Takeover Dallas was there.
They added it back in.
It was on there. I know. I thought it was weird. I said, okay, why are you not mentioning Takeover? It's NXT. It's part of the freaking week of stuff. You start Thursday with Stone Cold, Friday with NXT, Saturday with the Hall of Fame, Sunday WrestleMania. It's a big...
Who's his podcast person?
Mick Foley.
I
don't know. It'll be as much cussing as it was with Big Show.
Oh, of course not.
Which means like going like this with the button and missing big time. I know they didn't edit it and fixed it, but watching it live.
And then he's there drinking with like a rag over his like, I'm not doing anything.
I'm not drinking Austin's beer.
But what the heck?
Well, you let that F-bomb fly.
But you know what? What are they going to do to the Big Show? Oh,
because you know Vince is standing right there.
Yes, but you know if they say, oh, Big Show got fired because he cussed too much on the podcast, everybody's going to be like, okay, cool, we want him to retire anyway. So you're giving them what they want. So what are you really going to do to Big Show for cussing?
And it's on the network.
It's on the network. It's not on
put
television.
Up there it's language so people know. Hey, we put on there it's language. So you need to be careful of what your kids watch.
Right.
So. Exactly. But let's go to Superstar Billy Graham.
This
He's supposed to be
access. I did not hear about this.
That's the first I've heard of it myself.
What's going on with him?
All he said was have an operation. It could be life or death.
What's the operation for?
I have no clue.
No clue. Life or death surgery.
That's not good.
That is not good for old Superstar Billy Graham.
So that takes him out of the access, which...
I didn't know he was going to be there.
I didn't know he was going to be there either, but, you know. He's got back in good with WWE after all the crap.
Of course.
With him. We got Roadblock. That was a fairly decent show. I mean, I did enjoy it, but some of the matches didn't come out the way I like them to come out.
Of course
but,
not.
You know, hey.
Which we did have Sami Zayn beat Stardust.
Yep.
Of course, that was going to happen. We had Jericho, of course, beat Jack Swagger. You knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
Charlotte, I did not know this was going to happen. That
was added to the night, added that night.
Divas Championship, Charlotte retaining against Natalya in Canada, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean they kind of harped on when she beat her for the NXT women's title in NXT.
There you go.
They kind of made a play of that.
NXT Tag Team Championship, The Revival.
Great, that was a good match.
Retaining their belt against Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore.
That was a very good match. It gave you the feeling you didn't know who was going to win.
Right.
And I do like the two guys. I mean, they do remind me, and they bring it up. They remind you of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
Right.
They said they remind them of Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard,
Right.
which is always good.
Any of the old school people.
But I think
I think that's why they call them the Revival. This is the revival of the old school.
And they got the jackets and the towels, but I think they're going to lose to the American Alphas, Alpha Americans.
Weird name, yeah.
It is.
It's opposite of what it sounds like it should be.
Yes.
But yes, I think they should lose it. Takeover. I mean, come on now. Gable and Jordan, they're so over. It ain't even funny.
And you throw Kurt Angle in there.
Hey man,
who could be their manager?
Hey, him show up and help them win and take over.
People smile and go.
I'm telling you, I don't know if you saw this one. I saw this online. Hilarious, by the way. It has a meme, okay? It has all the matches from Takeover.
I have seen it.
And it says, when you finally realize that Takeover Dallas is going to be better than WrestleMania. Yeah. And it's a stacked card, ladies and gentlemen. It's stacked.
But let's finish up here. We got the WWE Tag Team Championship match. It was New Day defeating Sheamus and King Barrett.
Who didn't see that coming? And
then they went on Raw, and then they had New Day defeating Alberto and Rusev.
So is it going to be 4-on-3?
It's going to be 4-on-3, and I don't know it's going to be for the tag team titles. I think it's just going to be 4-on-3.
Stupid. They should add a fourth person.
They might. There's still time.
The big show.
We had Brock beating Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt, which is mostly just Brock just beating.
You didn't add
just
this.
Luke.
You did not put it in here.
He's fine now.
Apparently not. They said it was a devastating backhand.
He's back. He wrestled this weekend.
Makes no sense.
He's a little twinge. I thought AJ's back was bad, but he seemed to be taking damn good bumps. I don't know what they're doing to his back.
Well, he had sciatic nerve problems, but that was before he went to WWE.
I think they probably
New Japan.
Probably fixed him up some more.
But I mean, that's why they said Bray Wyatt never got in the match.
He never got in the match.
They said he was a serious back injury.
He never got in the match. They kept saying, well, they're just doing this to lead for after WrestleMania. No, this should be at WrestleMania. And have Dean, have a triple threat with Dean. And
there you go. But speaking of Dean.
Yes.
WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, when I got the text message from this guy right here, I was pissed. Because Triple H retained his title against Dean Ambrose.
But Dean did get the pin on him.
But his leg was under the rope.
They said his leg was out on the rope, and it was. They showed the straight eagle, and it was there.
But I've never understood the leg under the rope. How do you get leverage with your leg under the bottom rope?
They say you're out of the ring. That's what they're saying. You're out of the ring. You got to be inside the ring. So I guess if you're inside, if you're past the ropes, you're out of the ring.
So stupid.
I know. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But I do believe in 2016, Dean Ambrose will become World Heavyweight Champion.
I believe so too, because I think they're finally realizing what they got.
Better. Before it's too late.
And, ladies and gentlemen, call on Mean Gene, because this is your WrestleMania report. So far.
We could have went like 11 matches, I think.
I know, I was counting. I was like, thank you. Finally,
matches.
Everything's bigger in Texas, right?
It needs to be if they want to fill 100,000 seats.
You got the WWE World Championship match,
which
Triple H taking on Roman Reigns. You got a no-holds-barred street fight. Should have been a fatal four-way. Brock Lesnar taking on Dean Ambrose with Dean Ambrose, new passing of the torch weapon. What I don't remember what he used to call that thing. A certain thing. Mick Foley used to have a name for that thing.
Yeah, but I
can't remember before. And then we got the Hell in a Cell Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. If Shane wins, he wins control overall.
Hopefully that is what happens.
Hopefully, you got the WWE Divas title triple threat match.
It's gonna be a great match.
It will still a show. I think it will.
I think it will too.
Because Sasha's gonna have the belt. Because if you don't like Sasha, you get out of watching WWE because Sasha is the best. You got Charlotte taking on Sasha and Becky Lynch in a triple threat.
Yes.
So I'm kind of torn because I like Becky Lynch too. I like both of them.
No.
Charlotte could just go on somewhere. United States title match, Kalisto taking on Ryback. The little guy versus the big guy.
Yes. David versus Goliath.
Right. Rey Mysterio versus JBL. Hopefully it'll be 8 seconds.
Yes.
just like JBL and
I'm glad they finally announced it. They hadn't showed anything for it, but the Dudley Boys versus the Usos, and they could possibly, the way they were teasing this past week, could add Golden Truth to the mix. So could make it a triple threat.
But isn't that weird because the Golden Truth hasn't had any problems with the other 2 teams?
Yeah, well, they were fake, but Goldust was taking on Bubba.
Really?
Yes, and then Devon come in and they were beating on Goldust. R-Truth come down, they started beating on R-Truth, and then the Usos came down, and the Dudley Boys took off.
Ooh.
So, I mean, it's there. If they want to have it, it's there.
And I think the old people should win it. And then you say, which old people? And I say, Golden Truth.
I think the Dudley should win it.
They probably will win it because they're the Dudley Boys.
Because of the heels now, they can go after the New Day, who is new faces now.
They've really been faces the whole time.
But and then also they've been added. It's like a 4-on-3 handicap match. Don't know if the tag team title's on the line, but the League of Nations will take on the New Day.
So it has been announced, but no tag team
title. They have said it, but they have not said anything about the tag team titles.
And then of course you have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8 right now, and then you have rumored matches of Kevin Owens defending the IC title in a multi-person match.
That should be announced soon. Hopefully Monday.
That's 9 matches right there. Then AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho, 4.
That should be done right now.
So that's 10. And then they're pushing it, definitely pushing it. Brie Bella, Alicia Fox, Paige versus Lana, Tamina, and Naomi with all the backstage segments and all the interference.
Well, because Lana done kicked Paige in the head.
Right.
On main event.
Plus, Lana also came over there while Paige was doing an interview and interrupted her.
Yes.
And that's when Naomi and Tamina walked up and said, "You better be careful what you wish for."
Then they took care of Brie a couple of times.
Right.
Cost her some matches, so it's all there. I mean, if you want to add Natalya and Summer Rae, you can.
Just to put all the women in there, fine.
But it can go either way. I mean, I've had 4-on-4 or 3-on-3. But that should be the pre-show. Andre the Giant will be on the USA Network.
Oh, really?
Yes, it will. They're going to show the pre-show, part of it on the USA Network.
Oh.
So.
Because it's a 2-hour pre-show, right?
Yes.
So 1 hour is going to be on the network?
2-hour pre-show, 4-hour WrestleMania, 1 hour post-show.
Jeez.
7 hours, people.
So 1 hour is going to be on USA Network?
Yeah, it's probably 1 hour. Yeah.
So you're saying that the women's match should be in the first hour?
Probably.
On USA?
No, they said Andre's going to be. The Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal will be on USA Network, yes.
So that should be the first hour.
That'll probably be the first hour, yes.
And then the second hour will be the women, and then you go into the pay-per-view.
Right.
I like it. I'm okay with that.
Right. I mean, I understand you're trying to drag in more people right at the last moment.
Of course.
So, but that is it for part 1 of episode 96. And come on back to part 2 of pay-per-view review of WrestleMania 25. 26. 27 in Hotlanta. Well, they keep saying the worst until they said last year was the worst, and people are saying this year's going to be the worst.
But I'm telling you, every time they say it's the worst, Vince, he pulls it out of his hat and he says, "Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, you were wrong."
Yeah.
Because last year wasn't that bad.
No, but they had people today.
And this year is a stat card. I don't see nothing wrong.
People just complain.
There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them that I could care less about, like Ryback and Kalisto. Who gives a crap? The multi-women's match, who cares? The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal has become something that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
So I don't care. It's just a pre-show Battle Royal. They just put a name on it. That's all they did.
They just put Andre's name on it to make it seem.
And Andre should be pissed about it because it doesn't mean anything.
Now I thought it was going to mean something Cesaro won.
And then nothing.
Nothing. And then they did it close the Big Show. Hey, Big Show, Andre. Yeah, okay, there's that comparison. Now who? The Wyatt family, because they have nothing.
Or not Bray, Braun. Shoot.
Even talk of Braun throwing Bray out so they could break up the Wyatt family.
Boo.
Yeah, that's what I said too. So come on back here.
A lot of people will get fired.
Come on back here. Top Row Rally. We talk about WrestleMania 25, 26, and 27. We'll see in a few clicks. Cut it out because we're gonna be